Release that he can't get to.
Yo, what is going on, guys? We are playing some more MLB The Show 17 today. We're in franchise mode and we want to do a little bit of a test slash challenge kind of thing here today. We have built an entire team of players with the unbreakable quirk. Now, originally I wanted to do like a team of all unbreakable players. I seen how stacked the team was and I was like, how about we try this instead? How about we try and see if we can go an entire season with a team of unbreakable players and not get injured. So we got, like I said, an entire team. Had to throw in some legends in there because there's not a lot of starting pitchers that are unbreakable. Same with the bullpen. I think our bullpen is looking pretty solid though. Got all unbreakable guys in there as well. The only concern is Devin Mesoraco. I couldn't find any catchers with unbreakable quirk. I'd have to assume it's got something to do with the fact that they take so many off days every single week, 1 or 2, 2 to 3. You know, depending how old the catcher is and stuff, they get a lot of days off because, you know, it's grueling sitting there kneeling behind home plate every single night. So they do give those guys more days off. I don't know if that's probably what affected it a little bit, but if you guys did not know, we didn't mention it. The unbreakable quirk states it avoids injuries and recovers energy at a high rate, meaning I don't see him getting injured. That's the way I look at it. I know it's not exactly what it means, is there's absolutely no chance of getting injured, but I think that means their chances of getting injured should be better. We're going to see how much of an effect this quirk has on it. We're going to sim up the season. We're going to go month by month because I know it'll give you the notification if players get injured even if they're not on the disabled list, because I already recorded this video one time and didn't hit the start record button. It was beautiful. Should have been there. But we'll do it again because who doesn't like testing things a second time? Alright, we got notifications. It better be in triple AA. Alright, AA it is. Great. AA injury, that's fine. 2 AA injuries, we're good with that. So we're a month into the season, and we have no injuries for Major League Baseball players. We did not edit the AA team to make sure they're unbreakable. We're not worried about it. And for the record, last video we started out 12-0. And like I said, somebody, for some reason, the start recording button just wasn't clicked in. So that didn't work out too well. But this season, we're not doing too hot. 29-20. Looks like we ended the month. No, we're not going to watch the draft, but we ended the month at 31-23 in May. Not near as good of a season. How's the injuries looking? Who is that? Randall Delgado. Mike Trout, what are you doing? We're only in May. You pulled a leg muscle, you sissy. Nelson Cruz expected to be out a day or two. Come on. All right, there's another MLB injury. Delgado suffered an injury. He's going to be out a few days. So we had a bunch of injuries, all a few day injuries. And I'm going to bring this up now that we're only in May. Last episode, I can't prove it now, and it's kind of disappointing. We made it all the way until like August 10th with the only injury being a fractured face. So apparently he took a headshot to the face, or somebody threw a bat at him or something like that. So somehow he ended up with a fractured face, which is unfortunate. That was the first injury, and now we made it all the way to August without any injuries. This time looks like not the same deal. It looks like we could barely even make it past May. But it looks like we're going to go through the entire month of, hold that off, Nelson Cruz. These old guys are killing us. A contusion, that's an old guy problem. AA, MLB, I missed that MLB one, I skipped right through it, that's my bad. But it looks like this is a struggle. This is a big struggle. I thought for sure we was going to make it. We'll sim up. Now that we have these injuries, I'm not even worried about it anymore. Kind of disappointed that I didn't get the first one recorded because it worked properly. Well, not really properly, but you know what I mean here. It looked a lot better. But we'll sim up the entire season and see how many injuries we do indeed end up with on the year. But I think on the last one, we ended up with maybe 4 or 5, and it wasn't any long ones besides, you know, the fractured face. And we had Devin Mesoraco get injured a lot, which is fine because he wasn't an unbreakable player. And we all know Devin Mesoraco likes to get injured 2 or 3 times a year anyway. That's if he is able to get injured 2 or 3 times. Sometimes he doesn't play the entire season, so he can't get injured 2 or 3 times. This year he's been playing for a while, though. I'm kind of impressed. Maybe if he can get it rolling, he can go and get injured. I really hope not, though. I'd like to see him stay healthy. That'd be very nice. We're not going to win anywhere this season anyway, not the way we're playing lately. I like to think we got the potential the Reds do. It's just, I don't like the management. I do not like it. The whole, just like Amir Garrett, like they brought Amir Garrett back up and look what he's doing since he came back. Don't send him down when he's on fire. I'm assuming that they did it for some reason, the fact that they're worried a little bit about his, entry-level contract situation thing, if you haven't played a full season this year or whatever. Looks like we made the playoffs. Let's check out these injuries real quick before I continue my rant about the Reds. MLB injury, it looks like Miggy, once again injured out a few days. He's getting old and I don't know what to say. A bunch of AAA, a bunch of AA, another AAA, another AA, another AAA. That's it. That is it. So the second half of the year, from what was that, July to September, our only injury was Miguel Cabrera a couple of days. So really, we did not have a bad team at all. We had a bunch of guys with 1 or 2 day injuries, And besides that, we really ended up with about 4 or 5 injuries just like we did last time. So it actually turned out a little bit better than I thought it would. We're going to sim up through this World Series just to see if we can win the World Series. And we're going to make it. We made it to Toronto. Are we the home team? It sure looks like we are. Let's sim it up. Let's sim it up and see how we do. We got to find out if we can win the World Series. The Reds have won the World Series. You do not see that every day. 7-game series, and the Reds won it. How about that? 6-game series. I lied. The Reds won the World Series. I'm ecstatic. You don't even know. You know when the last time we won a playoff series over here in Ohio? It's been a long time. Cleveland doesn't count. I don't support Cleveland. I'm sorry, guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you want to see some Team of All kind of videos with these quirks, like I said, let me know. I know a lot of you guys watch the NHL videos, like I said. Maybe you guys want to see that here. Maybe you don't want to see it here. Maybe you want to see more challenge things like this with the quirks, or we see if we can go and see how big of an effect the quirks actually do have. I kind of like that, actually. If we can see, maybe do day hitters, night hitters, see how big of an effect that has as well. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.